Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the FIFA Flow podcast, guys. Today we got a crazy episode that we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about, of course, the return of the Premier League, and yet again we have some juicy games. There's two games I want to talk about in the Premier League, and then kind of make some predictions about how the Premier League could look like at the end of the season, because near this time, if you're at the top of the table after Boxing Day, after the January transfer window, or in the middle of the January transfer window, if you're still in that top four, if you're still in that top area of the league, you're probably gonna be a title contender towards the end. So yes, Arsenal are in the top. They could still win the league, but even if they don't win the league, they could still get a possible second, and that is still a title contender. So that's what I'm saying. We're gonna talk about that. Gonna head over to the Ligue 1, just take a look there, make some predictions for the PSG game. I think on Thursday, and we'll take a look soon, and then take a look at the La Liga as well. Mainly, we're just gonna talk about two games that happened today. Manchester United, absolute banger game, absolute insane game for them, as well as Arsenal, of course, as I like to say, the Invincibles, man. This year, what was it? Was it 04? I think. No, 02. I think it was 02. Invincible. I think it was 02. No, okay, yeah, it was 04. 03, 04 season. Okay, I wasn't messed up. So yeah, it was the 03, 04 season. Arsenal, the Invincibles, they were undefeated the whole season. So yes, they could have drawn, but they hadn't lost one game that whole season, man. And this Arsenal team reminded me of them. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's talk about the two games, and then as you guys may see, we have a whole bunch of Twitter news to talk about, because today's episode is, yes, we're going to talk about the two games and look at the Premier League. It's mainly also going to be transfer news, what happened over the, of course, we got January upcoming in 3 days or 4 days. We have, it's the New Year's, guys. Oh man, this year went so fast. Crazy stuff. We went to El Clasico and everything. Just a crazy year. Just not even me going to a Clasico. Just a crazy year of events. There's like this Andrew Tate stuff. I don't know, the World Cup, of course. I don't know, I Show Speed. The Sadman charity match. All not even that stuff. There's all these other crazy events that happened as well. Of course, with COVID and stuff. I mean, COVID was more last year, or you can say 2020. But there's still a lot of COVID this year as well. So yeah, this year went by fast. So as I'm saying, 4 days, 2023, as well as the start to the January transfer window. We're gonna look at the rumors and what is going on. Of course, we made a prediction last time, but yeah, for now, let's get into the actual. Let's talk about the two games, and then we'll get on to the Twitter news, the whole bunch of Twitter news. So guys, man. Actually no, we'll talk about this after, because man, I want to talk about the Invincibles, as I like to say. Man, I watched this game live, well, not live at the stadium, but live, I watched it live on the TV. Man, Arsenal, man, the Invincibles, the Arsene Wenger, the Michel Arteta effect, guys. These guys are man, these guys are crazy, man. The comeback I saw, the way they played. They played fast, effective football, possession-based football, and it was beautiful. The tiki-taka, you could say, yeah, the tiki-taka, they moved it. They found open space, and that's what I loved about this Arsenal team. In the first half, they lost to a penalty. They were down by a penalty, and it was a fair penalty. I think West Ham did try to put on a bit. They made it a bit difficult in the beginning of the game. Of course, I think West Ham's best player for sure had to be Ben Rama in that center mid position. I think he's that center CDM. Is he the CDM for? I think he's a CDM. Okay, no, he's a cam. Oh yeah, that center mid type area. It looks like he played left cam, left attacking mid. But yeah, I think Ben Rama for West Ham and Lucas Paqueta, he also did really good for West Ham. These two had to they really put on a difficult time for Arsenal in the first half. They played really good. Of course, that through ball, I think it was into Antonio, who then got, or either Antonio or Bowen, who then got fouled by Saliba. I think it was by Saliba. Got fouled, and then a penalty was given, of course, in the 27th minute, where Ben Rama goes ahead and takes that penalty. Yeah, Antonio, guys, I think, not Antonio, but West Ham guys, they really did. They had a few good opportunities, not just in the first half, in the second half as well, to get those through balls in. There were some really good opportunities by like a really good through ball in by Paqueta to Antonio, which led into a one-on-one with Ramsdale. Great save by Ramsdale, and then rebounded back to Gabriel, who hit it on his chest. So the keeper can catch it. So just stuff like that. So West Ham played really good, and then stuff like that, which makes Arsenal just such a good team, is like he controlled it with his chest rather than with his feet, and that allowed the keeper to get the ball and then get it forward quickly. So just stuff, tiny details like that, tiny defensive attributes and like different characteristics from the team, like that helps Arsenal win the game. So yeah, as I said, West Ham scored. It was near the end of the 45th minute, the first half, of course, where Arsenal were then given a penalty. I think it was off of a corner or a free kick. It might have been, no, I think it was a corner, went to the top of the box. He went to take a shot, and Lucas Paqueta, it was a kind of a weird type, I don't know what he did, but he went down to header the ball, and then it was a penalty. A penalty was given, but VAR, the ref went to VAR, and finally, guys, VAR doing something positive, a positive action, worked correctly, and the ref saw, hit his head, penalty disallowed. And West Ham, the Hammers, I guess they were happy that they were up 1-0 at halftime. But then, guys, the Arsene Wenger effect, and this is what I mean by the Arsene Wenger effect, is because Arsene Wenger was at the game as well, guys. The Arsene Wenger effect, the Mikel Arteta effect, the what is it? The dressing room talks, the motivation kicks into Arsenal, the invincible blood, the invincible spirit kicks into Arsenal. Man, one of the greatest comebacks I've seen from Arsenal. Man, this, like, they really put on a show. It was like, man, Bukayo Saka's goal, you could say was a bit lucky. It was Odegaard who had the ball in the midfield. Man, Odegaard, what a good player, not just in the attack, but not just in the defend, but in the attack as well. What a good box to box. But yeah, it was Odegaard has the ball. He and by the looks of it, by his body type as well, by his body language, he looks down, he looks at the shot, and he like he's trying to go for that power strike. And what happens? He misses. It looks like he's trying to go for that power strike. I don't know what he was doing. Was he faking the power strike and goes for a pass instead? Don't quite know exactly what happened, but it looked like a power strike. So I'm gonna say it was a power strike. He tried to go like a banger, like I don't know, like a what's it called? I forgot. A knuckleball. Looked like he tried to go for a knuckleball outside the box, power strike, a power shot, and then it looked like that. And it could have flopped and went to Saka, and then Saka just quickly turns around. His agility, he quickly turned around, and it was good because that ball that came right to Saka was fast as well. So the reaction by Saka, brilliant. And then, yeah, of course, as I said, the agility, the balance, controlled the ball, turned around quickly, shot near post in the back of the net, past the Polish keeper Fabianski. So great goal there. Unlucky for, as I said, a bit lucky for Arsenal and unlucky for West Ham. You could say it was also a bit unprofessional by West Ham, as one of the defenders were not on the line. He was like, man, one of the West Ham defenders were over here, like on this line here, on the keeper, on this line here. And then like Saka is here, and like the rest of the defenders are over here. So I'm like, what is this guy doing here? He should be up. Like, he should be pushed a bit more up to keep that offside trap as well. I don't know why he was playing so deep in his box as well. And then that allowed Saka to stay onside. And then beautiful goal. The second goal, also brilliant by Gabriel Martinelli. Yeah, of course, Gabriel Martinelli threw ball in by Thomas. I think by Thomas Partey. Hits it into Gabriel Martinelli. And then it looked like it was a bit... the favor, it didn't really look favor towards Martinelli, the Brazilian. What a player he is, just on the ball, off the ball. Like Martinelli, the steals, he has the Brazilian flair to him. But yeah, it didn't look like from that angle, because he was at this angle. The odds were definitely against him, but he made the angle work, and a brilliant shot. But then, guys, of course, Eddie Nketiah. What a, not just his goal, but it's not just what he did to get the goal, but what a team build up. Sorry, there's like something in my eye and I'm trying to get it out. Maybe it's just the brightness as well. But yeah, as I said, the team build up that led to this Nketiah goal. Holy, and this is why they're such. This is why they're the invincibles. The comeback and then the team effort, guys. Gabriel Martinelli, he tried to be Messi. He tried to do that solo run like over here on the top of the box, but there's just like 4 or 5 defenders surrounding him. Turns around, passes it to Shaka at the top of the box, like over here near the 20-30 yard line. Or not line, but 30-yard area of the field. Passes it here. And then he sends it across, tries to switch the play up, switch the side, passes it to Odegaard. Gets kind of a bad touch, but that bad touch also kind of helps him as Declan Rice goes to push up to get the ball. He does kind of like a chip in the air, like over him, and then guys passes it to I think it was to Martinelli. I think it was also to Martinelli. He moved or to Partey. Yeah, I think it was to Partey. He passes it to Partey. It's Kerr. So you see, it's Thilo Kerr and Nketiah. So Nketiah's back. He's like, see this chair I have? Imagine this is Kerr and imagine I'm Nketiah. He receives the ball. Odegaard passes it. He does a nice chip to get past Declan Rice. Beautiful. And I like how they switched it really nicely. I liked how they switched the side, the play really, really well. Gabriel turning around to Shaka. Shaka passing it to Odegaard. A little bit of a bad touch, but it helped him as Declan Rice goes to push up to get the ball. But it chips around him. Odegaard, beautiful play by Odegaard. Passes it to Thomas Partey, and then I think it was Partey, and then passes it to Nketiah, who controls it well. Imagine this chair is Thilo Kerr, PSG legend, of course. No, I'm joking, but yeah, he did play for PSG. And then imagine I'm Nketiah. He controls the ball, goes around the player, and strikes it far post. Like, beautiful, beautiful by Nketiah to get it around the player. Just he didn't expect that as well. He expected him to go from the inside rather than the outside and far post. Beautiful, beautiful play by Nketiah. The Thilo Kerr couldn't read him well enough, couldn't defend, couldn't go, wasn't fast enough or wasn't strong enough. You get what I mean? His awareness wasn't well because I think he could have, if this was Ramos, he probably would have been up on him a bit more, been like track the run a bit better. But as I said, Thilo Kerr is still a world class. Like I think he's still a great defender as well for West Ham and of course for PSG as well. He was great. When Achraf Hakimi was gone, Thilo Kerr actually did really good last season for the AFCON. I think it was Achraf Hakimi went to AFCON and then Thilo Kerr, a great replacement for us. So he's still a great player, but just he's not that Ramos type player who has that defensive awareness, like who has that like physical presence like Ramos and Maldini. So Nketiah, he was too good, man. Nketiah is a beautiful, beautiful goal. Arsenal held their stand. They held the game. They stood their stance really, really well. And yeah, I don't know what else to say other than Invincibles. The Invincibles, they are back. I want to talk about the United game as well, and then make some predictions about. I just want to talk about like the future of the Premier League as we're about halfway there. I mean, half of 38 is 19, so almost halfway there. 2 more games to be halfway there. So let's talk about the United game because, man, the Ronaldo effect. No. I can't be hating on Ronaldo like that. But I know there's probably people online saying like, oh, now the Ronaldo's gone. Look at the masterclass that United just had, guys. But you gotta be honest. United, I gotta be honest, and like you guys have to, like it's pretty obvious. United played majestic football. I want to talk about the what's the name of the? Damn, I forgot the name of the owners. Who's the owners? The Glazers. The Glazers. I want to talk about the Glazers. Soon. Wait. Yeah. So Glazers. Malcolm. It's like these brothers who like bought the business or whatever. They do not know how to do any business, man. And I'll talk about that when we get to the Twitter stuff as well. Guys, United, they played really, really good football. Man, Marcus Rashford, he is back, guys. Of course, a few years ago, when it was, I think it was 2019. I think it was 2018 or 2019, of course. He was a teenage back then, and unfortunately knocked out Paris Saint-Germain against not prime, but against against Buffon, guys, against Gianluigi Buffon, and he scored a penalty and knocked out PSG. That was pretty crazy. But yeah, he was a teenager back then. At that time, we were like, this guy's the next Rooney. This guy's the next Ronaldo. Not the next Ronaldo, but definitely the next Rooney. And then he kind of fell off, and now he is back. What a masterclass we had by Marcus Rashford. So the first goal, off of a corner, the corner low driven into the box, and then just great run. It was driven over here. Great run. He ran in good. The ball was open. Great shot as well to get it past this guy here. But here's my question: was it a good shot? Was it a good play by Marcus Rashford, or was it just terrible defending by Nottingham Forest? I'd say it's a bit of both. I would say it's a bit of both, but fair play. Really well played by Marcus Rashford to read that, to get that ball quickly, to make that run, and then get the ball in the back of the net. Martial as well. He did really, really good. Marcus Rashford and Martial, what a duo they had together as well. Because guys, the through ball, I think it was by, I don't know who quite it was by. I think it was by Malacia and stuff. It was what is it? It was a crossed in or like over the top through ball to Marcus Rashford, who's down the wing here on the side by himself. He does like a Ronaldo chop into the inside, passes it into Martial. He did get a bit lucky, Martial, but then it goes to the keeper. Keeper just couldn't get a good glove on it, and then it goes into the back of the net. So brilliant there. The run by Marcus Rashford, though, the through ball, or like the over the top cross through ball to Marcus Rashford, and then like he just tricks the defender. He does like a Ronaldo chop. Really well played by Marcus Rashford, and then Martial well positioned as well, making some good runs. And then that Fred goal as well. And I want to talk about this Fred goal, mainly about who was the player who gave the ball and like who created that chance for that Fred goal. Casemiro. Guys, Casemiro is, in my opinion, has to be the best central defensive mid of the past decade. Not of all time, because there's definitely players like Mateus, Claude Makelele for sure. I mean, for Claude Makelele, he was he was the first person to really start that defensive midfielder role. And Vieira, I think Vieira has to be better than Casemiro, but I think he's definitely in the top 5, maybe top 3, maybe like Makelele, Vieira, maybe Makelele, Vieira, and then Casemiro, third best CDM of all time. But for sure, in the past decade, for sure, Casemiro, best central defensive mid of all time, or of the past decade. And man, it's not just his ability to defend. It's not just when he has the ball. He made a really good run around this guy here and around it, and made a good through ball into Fred, who shot it really nicely just around the keeper. Positioned the shot really well. But it wasn't that run by Casemiro when he has the ball. It's the off-ball movement by Casemiro. He read that pass really, really well. It was I don't know quite who it was, but it was someone here tried to pass it into Fuller, and it's Casemiro, and that's he's doing a role. He played his role really, really well. That's his role, is a central defensive midfielder. He got that ball, he intercepted it, made a really excellent run, like a beautiful run, beautiful through ball to Fred, of course, his Brazilian teammate. He then positioned the ball really well, shot it really well, 4 post to get in the back of the nets. But yeah, it's just the tiny stuff. Like, you don't have to be good on the ball. If you're it's defensive mid, if you're a center back, you're not always on the ball. You have to be good off the ball as well. Can you mark those players? Can you intercept? Can you see those passes to intercept them? Like, it's about those tiny stuff. it's about like doing your role as well. It's not like Casemiro's role is not to score goals. He does score some goals occasionally, and of course gives assists like he did today against Fred. But it's also, can you do his role, and can you do it well? Can you do it differently from others? Casemiro doing it well, off the ball movement, and like, yeah, like Fred's role as a CDM, he does that as well. He's supposed to do that at least. But it's like, even off the ball, Fred is not like, it's not like how Casemiro is off the ball. He's close to defenders. He's saving his energy by kind of jogging or walking, kind of like Lionel Messi as well. You don't have to run all the time. Just walk or jog. But yeah, beautiful by Casemiro. I just wanted to note that. Beautiful by United. Are they back? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe it's just one lucky game that they won. But they still have to win a few more games to get back into the top 4. Guys, as I said in the start of the podcast, usually the teams that do good after Black Friday or like near halfway of January, they are the teams that are going to be competing for the league. And right now, the teams after Black Friday, Arsenal with 1 game in hand, Arsenal with 1 game in hand, 7 points clear of the league. Crazy about Arsenal, as I said. They remind me really of the Invincibles, other than that 1 game they lost to United as well. They can never win. They can never beat United, I swear. Newcastle, of course, the Saudi takeover, brilliant. Like, it really like helped them a lot. That just goes to show you that money wins you. It wins you placement, not necessarily trophies. I mean, PSG and City, they have the money, but no UCL. That's a PSG fan. That is sad to say, but you can tell it's really winning them placement rather than trophies. Good placement in the league. So Newcastle doing really well. And there's some rumors as well of them to get some really good players, and it would be nice to see them. Kieran Trippier doing really well. I mean, who do they have? Trippier, Almiron, he's had a really good, like, ASM, Alan St. Max, the Rat, Isak, what a signing, the Swedish striker. I think he was a brilliant signing from Villarreal, or Real Sociedad. I think from Real Sociedad, brilliant there. Boltman, he's doing really good. Nick Pope, as I said, Kieran Trippier, Willock. So I mean, all these transfers doing really good. Wilson, the striker or the winger, he's doing really good as well. But like there's some rumors of some signings they might get. We're gonna talk about that. But it's really helped them out. Like, you can tell, it's not about the players as well. Like, they don't have Neymar and Mbappe and stuff. It's about, and that's just like about, that's actually football. It's not about having a star player. It's not about having all the best players in the world. It's, can those players, do they have well chemistry? Think of it as FIFA 23. Those green links. You want those green links. They have to have like some sort of chemistry together. It looks like Newcastle, they did well. They beat Leicester City, who unfortunately, I don't know. I mean, they won the Premier League in 16, in 16, 15, 16, I think it was. And looks like unfortunately they flopped. And Newcastle did really good. Guys, as I said, I think my top 4, I'm gonna make a prediction now. Arsenal has to be in the top 4. Hopefully it's the top 1. I'm gonna do City for sure. I think there's no doubt City will probably be there. I really don't know about Newcastle and Spurs. I really think that United have a chance to get back if they continue to play how they did today. If they make some good signings, hopefully, and not mess up on any other signings, like we'll talk about in a bit, just in a moment, then if they make those signings, hopefully helps them out and continue playing how they did, like they did today, I could see United in there. So I really want to see United come back. I really think they had a really tough time, and seeing them come back would be nice. So I think United, I'm going to put them in there as my 3rd. And Newcastle, would be crazy to see Newcastle in the UCL. It would be crazy to see this UCL, this top. Imagine Spurs, Newcastle, and Arsenal in the UCL all of a sudden. No United, no Liverpool, no Chelsea. That would be crazy. That would actually be crazy. But I doubt that would happen. I think Arsenal, City, United, I could see them coming back if they make some good signings and if they continue playing how they did today. And then maybe Spurs, maybe Chelsea as well, depending on who they sign as well. and maybe Liverpool. I could see Liverpool going back into with the signings that they just with a certain signing they just received recently, and hopefully some good signings in the January transfer window as well. So yeah, I'm gonna say Arsenal, City, United, and Liverpool. I think United and Liverpool with the signings, if they continue playing well, I could see them back in the top 6. We take a look at the League and we got a game today or on Thursday, or no, tomorrow, 12 p.m. Oh damn, I'm going out with a friend, but I guess I have to listen. I'm gonna have to watch it as well. I'm gonna have to cancel the meetup. No, I'm joking. Friends all day, but yeah, I'll definitely watch the highlights. I'll watch a bit of the start of the game as well. Maybe on my transit to meet him, I'll go watch it as well on my phone. PSG Strasbourg, first game back. Mbappe and Messi, the rivalry from the World Cup. Now, it's not really a rivalry, but it might be a bit difficult. Like Neymar, like he lost the World Cup. Is he still gonna be motivated to win the Champions League? Messi, is he gonna really want another trophy? I mean, he's probably gonna go try. They're all gonna do good still, but is he gonna be motivated? He really has his dream trophy. Does he really want to get a Champions League? I mean, he's probably still wants a Champions League. Would have been huge. Imagine UCL and World Cup in one year. That would actually be crazy. But does he want to put effort since he already has the World Cup? I think the World Cup like it could be enough for him. So, and then Mbappe also depressed like. So that's what I'm saying. It's like maybe the motivation is not there. The skill is still there, but maybe not the motivation. So and yeah, like this game, I don't really mind this game because I think we don't have Hakimi. I don't think we have Mbappe. No Messi either, not until January. We might have Neymar. But at the same time, I also like that. I want to try some new players. I want to try Neymar for sure. And not Neymar, but I want to see how Neymar does after the World Cup. What's his name? Hugo Ekitike. I want to see Ekitike playing. Nuno Mendes is injured. Mukiele, I want to see him. Fabian Ruiz. Yeah, as I said, Ekitike, Sarabia, Gabri as well. Hopefully he gets some playing time. I really like him when he plays the youngster, the Spanish youngster, Vitinha as well. I really hope Vitinha and Ramos. I really like Ramos, man. I really love PSG, man. I don't know what it is about PSG. But yeah, crazy. So yeah, hopefully we win that tomorrow. Hopefully we can see Gabri, Ramos, and Vitinha and Ekitike. Those are the 4 players I want to see. And also with PSG, I'm hoping we can test out some new formations as well. I'm thinking like a 4-2-2 wouldn't be bad for us. A 4-2-2, do Verratti and Renato Sanches in that central defensive midfielder role. Messi and Neymar out wide in the cam positions, one on the left, one on the right. And then like Mbappe and Ekitike up top. Maybe that wouldn't be bad, like as a testing when the whole team comes back. Renato Sanchez, Verratti in the midfield. Messi's not here, but tomorrow, like maybe we do Renato and Verratti in the midfield, Vitinha at the right cam, Neymar left cam, and then we do like Ekitike and I don't know, Ekitike and like who else do we have? I don't know, Ekitike and maybe a 4-2-3-1 with Fabian Ruiz in there as well. The left cam as a lamb, Neymar as a cam, Vitinha as a ram, Verratti and Renato. Like I want to see these new types of formations. A 4-2-3-1, a 4-2-2 wouldn't be that bad for us, and I could see it really working out. With the rumors that we have as well, a 4-2-2 could really work out for us as well. So hopefully, Galtier can test out some new formations and of course use players like Gabri, Ekitike, Ramos, and Vitinha. Those are the 4 players I would love to see. I love watching them play. The future, that is our future. Not the future, but like Vitinha, Gabri, those are the future. But I just like seeing Ramos. I think Ramos one of our best defenders, if not the best defender at PSG currently. With the downfall of Marquinhos, not really a downfall, but man, Marquinhos just not what he was before. Of course, we got Barcelona topping the league, which is pretty crazy. Of course. Out of the UCL though, there's some all that crazy stuff before. That was a long time ago. But yeah, 2 points ahead of the in the La Liga. I think they'll still be top defenders. I think Barcelona could win it. I could see them winning it. Really depends who they sign this summer or this January as well. Same with Real Madrid. But no predictions here. I just want to take a look as well. Espanyol Barcelona derby, that wouldn't be bad to watch. 5 a.m. though. Do I really want to watch Barcelona at 5 a.m.? Probably not. But yeah, those are the league games, guys. Let's get into the bunch of football news, guys. There's a lot of crazy news. So, Real Madrid want Bayern's Alphonso Davies in 2024. He's the club's chosen left back for the future, and as a Canadian, this is huge. As a Canadian-born citizen, this is a huge thing for the future of Canada, a future football of Canada. Like Davies, man, he is representing Canada hard. He's banging Canada. He's like carrying Canada football so well. Right now, I'd have to say he truly is the best left. Maybe Cancelo is the best left back in the world right now. Hakimi as well. But I think Davies is the best attacking left back. Attacking, maybe not even left back. He's a left mid, left wing back. Attacking fullback. Attacking winger. Davies is the best attacking fullback right now in the world. Cancelo, yes, he attacks, but he's also more defensive, a bit more. I think Davies is more that attacking player, and that's what Madrid are looking for. The only problem I see with this transfer with Madrid is I don't know, like this is gonna be an expensive. There's no ways they're getting for 70 million. Definitely, like this guy says, 120 million plus. He is a huge player for Bayern Munich. I mean, I don't know when his contract ends. When it's 2025. So yeah, they might have to wait till 2025. And if Davies is willing to stick, like if he's willing to not renew in 2025 and then join Madrid on free, I think that would be huge. I wouldn't sign Davies for 120 million, but he is definitely worth that much. But the only problem I have here is Mbappe. I think I'd rather go for Mbappe instead if I was in Madrid. I mean, we already know all the past Segas rejecting him, of course. Saying he was gonna join and then being rejected. All that crazy stuff. There's a lot of that beef with Madrid, you can say. And so I think the price, like you can definitely go for. I think for Madrid they should probably go for a striker like Mbappe instead. And then also, yeah, I don't know if Bayern will let him go that easily. And then also the problem is, what's wrong with Ferland Mendy, man? What is wrong with Ferland Mendy? I don't see anything wrong. In Madrid's case, is he's not attacking enough. He's not that attacking, and I really don't see a problem with that. Like having if Carvajal is your attacking fullback, then I don't think you should have both fullbacks be really attacking. Otherwise, you're going to be left with two. So with Ferland Mendy staying back, it leaves them more as a defensive oriented left back. So occasionally he makes runs, but I think what he does is really well. He's doing his role defensively, and sometimes when he does go to attack, he does really good as well. But they want him to be more attacking. I really don't. I really think what he's doing right now is good. Ferland Mendy, the Frenchman. But if Davies goes to Madrid, that's going to be history for Canada, of course, for Canada football. And I think you would be crazy at Madrid for sure. Imagine him and Vinicius Jr. And then Mbappe as well. Holy, that would be crazy. Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Valverde, Jude Bellingham. Oh my, with Davies as well. That would be crazy. But right now, I really don't see anything wrong with Ferland Mendy. So, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Jude Bellingham roundup. Real Madrid are ready to offer 100 million to Dortmund. Real Madrid ready to offer 12 million in salary. I think it's a 5-year. They want to do a 5-year deal. 1 billion euro release clause. So like basically he's blood packing. He's basically never going anywhere for 5 years. And then yeah, 12 million a year. So that's pretty crazy. Real Madrid ready to pay whatever it takes. So yeah, it's probably looking like, I know over the World Cup, there was that close friendship with Jude Bellingham, the Englishman Jude Bellingham, and then his teammate and friend Englishman Jordan Henderson, the Liverpool player. I think that he was trying to do some detective spy work, detective agent work to bring Jude Bellingham into Liverpool, but I think Jude Bellingham, he himself wants to play for a club like Madrid. Of course, everybody, if you have that opportunity to join Madrid, literally they take that. They don't care what other club. They don't care if PSG. They don't care if Man City. They don't care if Liverpool, if Barcelona are coming after you. They're going to Madrid because prime. Like this is what I like to say. Barcelona's prime was better than Madrid, but Madrid's history is better than Barcelona, and that history lures people in. So I think that's one thing. Another thing that makes this deal a bit more like a bit like easier, I think a bit like a higher possibility is the relationship with Florentino Perez and the Bayern Munich owners. Like they have a really good relationship in terms of like transfers, past transfers, um, or not Bayern Munich with sorry about that, not with Bayern Munich, with Borussia Dortmund. Really good relationship there. So I think this is highly possible. I think they can maybe get it a couple million cheaper, 5 million cheaper, 10 million cheaper. Not that much, but it's still like quite a bit. Like 10 million, you can get another player instead for sure. Get a loan for João Felix loan for 8 million from Atletico de Madrid. Real Madrid won't do that, but like for other clubs, yeah, 10 million is a lot because you can get João Felix loan for 8 million instead. Save some money there. So yeah, this deal looking, and we talked about this before. So yeah, Jude Bellingham, Madrid is looking like more on the Madrid side for sure. Um, Next news: Real Madrid has lost first place in the UEFA club rankings for 2022, dropping to sixth with PSG in to fifth place with the PR rankings. Yes, PSG over Real Madrid. Now I really don't know how is this even possible, because I think the first place is City. I think second place is Chelsea. Third place might be Real Madrid, or third place might be United or something, or Barcelona or something like that. Fourth place might be Liverpool. Fifth place is of course PSG, and sixth place is Real Madrid in that PR ranking for UEFA. And then you go ahead and you see now that um Real Madrid are sixth in UEFA club ranking, they have beaten the current top that they've been in the first place, um which is Man City. They beat the fifth place PSG. They beat I think they're in third, which is Chelsea, and then they beat fourth place Liverpool. So they beat four teams in the top five UEFA club ranking, and they're somehow top six, and they won the UCL, beating top five, like four teams in the top five of the UEFA club ranking. That is pretty nasty. That is nasty, and somehow they're sixth place. But yeah, I just wanted to note that. Oh, to Real Madrid are impressed by Brahim's performance, the Brazilian at Milan. They haven't stopped monitoring his future. Depends on what happens with Marco Asensio at Eden Hazard. So yeah, Brahim, I think he's Spanish or Brazilian. Brahim, the youngster, yeah, I think he's currently on loan. So um, it's all like, even if I think he could come back to Madrid, they could recall him back. But yeah, I think Marco Asensio, Eden Hazard, um, I think they should really, I think they should stay at the club. I think like it's like, sorry about that. I hit my mic. It's like what it says here. Real Madrid want to keep Asensio and offer him a new contract as they consider him the perfect rotational player, but the player wants more. So that's the problem here. If Asensio and Hazard, I think they're great rotational players. They're great substitutes, not great starters. I could say that, like Vinny for sure starting, Rodrigo starting, Benzema, Valverde, they're all starting over Eden Hazard and Asensio. But they're still really great players. What they offer when they come off the bench is really good. If they're willing to stay as rotational players, that would be better. But if they're not, I think Brahim. I've seen a couple of his plays at AC Milan. I think he's a perfect replacement. He's pretty young as well. In 6 days, Benzema, Cruz, Modric, Ceballos, Marino, and Asensio will be free agents to negotiate with any club who calls them. So pretty crazy. And I saw this comment as well yesterday. This is literally the only way. This is what should happen. Benzema, he should renew, otherwise Real Madrid might be screwed. Cruz. Now there is some signs of Cruz might retire at the end of the season, But so like this guy says, renew if possible. If they can renew him, that would be great. Modric, 100% renew for sure. I think Modric, even though they're gonna sign Jude Bellingham, I think Modric, he might get a bit less playing time. I mean, the thing with Benzema, Cruz, and Modric is they need to stay. Like these legendary Madrid players need to stay, because with players like Jude, Tchouaméni, Valverde, Vini, Rodrigo, Camavinga, with these players at the club, these players, those youngsters need to learn from these. They need to learn the Madrid way. They need to have the Madrid spirit, the Madrid blood in them, and the only way that's possible is to learn from these great legendary players, these iconic Madrid players, Benzema, Cruz, and Modric. So renewing them would be great. They are getting less and less playtime, but still, when they do get that playtime, they are killers. They are insane players. Modric, renew for sure. Ceballo, renew if he accepts to be a rotation player as well, for sure. And same with Asensio, same with Hazard as well. Marino, yeah, I don't even know who he is either. So who is he? Have no clue. But yeah, I think for sure Benzema. Imagine Benzema, like, imagine these players just leave. Madrid could be actually screwed. They could really be screwed. But oops. But yeah, that is another news there. Benfica is not willing to negotiate for Enzo Fernandez. It's 120 million release clause or nothing. And yeah, we already said about this as well. Enzo Fernandez, looks like Liverpool have sent a bid. I think Chelsea or Liverpool have put up a bid for Enzo Fernandez for 120 million. So in the next few days, if we see, I think it was Chelsea. In the next few days, if we see Roman Fabrizio saying, "Oh, banging news, Enzo Fernandez to Chelsea," you already know why. I told you here, Chelsea 120 millions or nothing. Benfica, man, they really have a baller. Enzo Fernandez, great player as well. Where do I see Enzo Fernandez in the future? I mean, I don't know. Does he really fit in Chelsea? I mean, Chelsea have they've bought Nkunku. Imagine Enzo Fernandez and Conte, if that happened. But I really think if Enzo Fernandez goes to Chelsea, his career is screwed. He is actually screwed. I would love to see him at PSG. There is links of him going to PSG. But I think the best for Enzo, not just for Enzo, for the club that I'm about to say, for Liverpool. I think he has a lot to provide. And his role at Liverpool, because Liverpool's midfield is not the best, I think what he's going to be providing is going to make him look better than what he is. You get what I mean? So I think Liverpool's not a bad shout. French Federation were angry at Tchouaméni for publicly backing Karim Benzema. And the reason for that is over here. French Football Federation, the FFF, told players to not like a Benzema's social media post. And then Tchouaméni is backing up Benzema, French Federation, and I really don't know what's the problem. I think Tchouaméni is young. He's looking up to Benzema. He plays in the same club at Real Madrid, and he's not supposed to back his teammate. I don't understand what is so bad about Benzema. I really don't know. I think he's a class player. Him and Mbappe up top, great duo partnership. It's just Didier. He doesn't really have that relationship with Didier Deschamps, and I think he's gonna stay till 2024, 2026. The next World Cup, or until 2024 Euros. But if he doesn't, or even after that, if Benzema is still playing, if he doesn't stay until 2024, if Zidane comes in and takes over the French national team within the next year or in the next 2 years, Benzema 100%, because of course both Madrid, Zidane loves Benzema. He coached Benzema on the treble when Madrid won the treble. Of course, he had Zidane and Benzema there. Benzema, huge role in that treble as well. So, and I really don't see what is the problem with the French Federation and Benzema. Of course, it's probably the relationship. Apparently, one of Benzema's ex-agents, his former agents, said that Benzema was actually not injured and he was ready to play for French national team for the World Cup. At least he was able to be on the bench and play a few minutes for each of the games. So maybe that also makes it a bit more the relationship breaks up a bit more. But on Tchouaméni's case, I really don't see anything wrong with Tchouaméni and Camavinga as well. I think they're doing the right stuff. They're French. They're playing the same team, and when they play in the same team and from the same nationality, they're gonna be looking up to Benzema as an idol for sure. And what Benzema has done for Madrid, for sure, has to be one of their idols at Madrid, one of their French idols at Real Madrid. But yeah, next news here: Real Madrid want to follow football's new trend: strength, speed, and verticality. Verticality. What is that? I really don't. What is this? Strategy. Not strategy. I guess like how versatile, or what is the word? Not versatile. I think I'm reading this word wrong. Like like in Kunku, he's a versatile player because is that the word versatile? Like he's a player who can play in the cam, in the center forward, on the right side. So it's the same with these players. Valverde, he can play in that right back, in that right wing, in the midfield. Camavinga, Tchouameni, they can play in that CDM. But for strength and speed, for sure, I think the strength and speed, that their technical ability, these are perfect. This is the future. It's like someone like Kevin De Bruyne. That is another example of the new trend of football. Football's new trend. Who could fit? Whose type? Like these players are like Kevin De Bruyne, like Luka Modric as well. Strength. I mean, Luka Modric doesn't really have the strength, but speed, strength, and like the technical ability. So like Kevin De Bruyne, Luka Modric, and these players might even be better. They have the strength, the speed, the technicality. So looks like they want it. And if they get these four players, that would be huge. That would actually be huge. Imagine Enzo Fernandez as well. That would actually be huge. Hazard has impressed in training in the past few days. After international retirement, Hazard is determined to fight and earn a spot in the starting lineup for Real Madrid. I mean, man, every year, every December, and every like preseason, that we get this news: Hazard, he's back. He's willing to train, and he's gonna be prime Hazard like at Chelsea for Madrid. And then he just goes on the flop. So I mean, I really don't know what to see. And it's the same thing here. I think right now he knows he's that rotational player. If he does actually do good, if he actually impresses and is determined to fight for that starting 11 spot, then I think, yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say. I think as it stands right now, he has to accept that he's a rotational player, and if continues to fight, then he can start to be a starter. I think he knows that for sure. But yeah, I'm just like, it's pretty obvious. Like I just want to note that like literally this happens every single year. Okay, so yeah, after signing Cody Gakpo, yes, guys, and this is where I want to say about the Glazers, the United owners, the Glazers. Liverpool have signed Cody Gakpo for 53 million after signing, or 48 million, something like that. I don't know if it's 30 plus 13, like 30 million plus 13 million add-on, which that'd be 43 million. But I don't quite remember. It might have been like, I think it was like 50 million, something like that. Um, but yeah, Liverpool have came and stolen United's main signing, which was Cody Gakpo. And yeah, the Glazers, man, they do not know how to, like, they keep their eye on stuff. It's like they think like, oh, it's like last year in the summer. I think it was Eric Ten Hag who wanted Gakpo in the summer, but the Glazers didn't make it happen. It's like, oh, the Glazers, they're relaxing. They're saying, let's wait until Monday, December 26th, Boxing Day, and maybe we get a Boxing Day sale on Cody Gakpo. Next thing you know is Liverpool have woken up at 6 a.m. early in the morning to be the first in the line at the superstore and have bought in Cody Gakpo before United could get there. It's like you scan your credit card, oops. But yeah, you scan your credit card, oh, declined. It's literally that, man. United have no money. That is one thing. And they're slow at transfers, man. They are so slow at transfers. And I think this is a huge loss. I mean, on a club level, I don't see anything crazy from Cody Gakpo. I'll give it that. But on the international level, during the World Cup for Netherlands, Gakpo was a crazy player, for sure. I think he's gonna do well. I think in under Klopp's system, I don't think he's a great signing. Like I don't think he's a crazy player. But I think he can become a crazy player. under Jurgen Klopp. I think in the Klopp system it works for sure. And you could say, oh, like they got Darwin Núñez 100 million. Why do they need another striker? He's already Darwin Núñez 100 million already needs a replacement. I don't think it's quite that. And I don't think like, oh, why are they going for another striker if they got Parwin Punez, who does not know how to hit a single shot? I swear. In that game, I think it was yesterday. In yesterday's game, I think it was against Leeds. Man, this guy Darwin Núñez does not know how to shoot any shot. Man, he is the biggest flop. He does not know how to finish any shot. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, Cody Gakpo on the other hand, he's not a replacement for Núñez. I wouldn't say he's not a full replacement. I'd say he's more of he's gonna be a development player, and I could see Gakpo working really good. I don't know how he will quite fit in because he got Luis Diaz on the left. Darwin Núñez is not going out for sure. I think he's gonna stay. 100 million, you can't take 100 million player out already after half a season. Salah definitely is not Salah. But what I could see happen, I could see Salah on the right side, Darwin Núñez up top. I could see, if Klopp plays it smart, I could see Gakpo going to the left side. And I really do think that Luis Diaz could be a great attacking midfielder. I really think I could see that. Luis Diaz in the midfield, bring him to the left mid. You get Enzo Fernandez as well. Man, if they get Enzo Fernandez, Luis Diaz in that midfield, and Fabinho in that midfield, brilliant. Or maybe Trent, move Trent up I don't know. They need to be testing another team. They need to test these. Bring Luis Diaz to center mid. Bring Trent to that center mid. Test it out. We saw a test out by United as well. Ten Hag decided to play Luke Shaw at center back, and they did really well. They were really well in defense, and it worked out. So I think teams like PSG, I said PSG. Hopefully we test out the 4-2-2-2, the 4-2-2-2, the 4-2-3-1 with new players as well. United, they tested out Luke Shaw at at center back. Same with Liverpool. Test out Trent. I think Trent in the midfield would be a magisterial baller. I think same with Luis Diaz. I think he wouldn't be a terrible attacking midfielder for sure. And move Gakpo to the left side, who he plays as a striker, but he could play on that wing left side as well. So I think it works out. So I Klopp, you should be testing these out. So hopefully we can see that happen. But yeah, Gakpo had signed a 6-year deal with Liverpool, same as Darwin Núñez last summer. All clauses have been approved. Guaranteed fee 37 million. So I think 37 million, 13 million add-ons, which makes it 50 million. What a steal. Not really a steal. I think that was his average price as well on the market. But what a steal to steal what's his name? Oh, we already saw this. What a steal to steal United signing. So terrible for United. Guys, we go to Guardiola. Say Gakpo. Did we say Gakpo? Yeah, we say Gakpo. United. So yeah, I did not expect Liverpool. I guess Liverpool was in there as well. What is I gonna say about Gakpo as well? Okay, we move. But yeah, next one here: Real Madrid, Chelsea, and Manchester City have made RB Leipzig defender Gvardiol, the Croatian Gvardiol, their number one transfer target. Well, I think for Madrid, their number one transfer target is definitely Jude Bellingham. But I think after that, for defender, RB Leipzig, I think for a defender is their number one transfer target. I most likely see Gvardiol going to Chelsea. Imagine him and Koulibaly. That would be pretty sick. Maybe Man City. That would be pretty sick as well. But I think Madrid. I think also he stated he wanted to go to Madrid. So probably Madrid. If Madrid were to make that correct bid, probably Madrid. Declan Rice has no intention to sign a new contract at West Ham, and there's a feeling around the club and the player that he'll join a top club in the summer. Man City. If Man City get him, I mean Man City, they tried to go for what's his name, not Declan Rice, but Calvin Phillips, and he became a huge flop. He does not know, he is a huge flop for City. But I think Declan Rice. I think City, Liverpool. Maybe he goes to Liverpool. Maybe he goes outside. Maybe he goes to the I don't know. Maybe he joins the Serie A. Maybe he goes to La Liga. I don't know, but I think City or Chelsea. I think Chelsea could possibly try to go sign him for sure. Yeah, Liverpool. Cody Gakpo has signed Cody Gakpo from PSV Eindhoven. The deal has been signed tonight between the clubs. Gakpo 6 year long term deal. Yeah, 13 million plus add-ons up to 50 million potential package. But yeah, we're going to PSG news. As I said here, Kylian Mbappe, Neymar, Marquinhos, and Achraf Hakimi could have playing time. I heard, but then I also heard Mbappe and Hakimi will be having some sort of I don't quite know what it is. They will have some sort of like, I don't know, some sort of break until the next game, like some sort of recovery process. So if this is true, like I really hope we still start Gabri, Ekatike, Vitinha, and Ramos. But yeah, that could be a possible. Presnel Kimpembe, Nuno Mendes, and Danilo Pereira still recovering. So yeah, hopefully Nuno Mendes, my favorite, not just Portuguese, but my favorite left back. He is a crucial player in PSG's defense and in attack as well, in that fullback attacking positioning. Lionel Messi did not ask the PSG to present the World Cup trophy at the Parc des Princes. No discussion initialized in the direction within the club. So yeah, there were some rumors of Lionel. Oh no, this is to extend. There was some rumors of Messi asking PSG to like show the trophy in 2018 when France won. Mbappe brought the trophy. He presented the trophy at the Parc des Princes. And there were some rumors that Messi asked as well, but it looks like these rumors are fake. And maybe they're just saying it's fake because they're trying to cover up. Because of course, PSG, a French team as well, it kind of, I don't know if Mbappe, if the fans and the players would appreciate Messi, the Argentine there. Yes, he plays for a French team, but I don't know if they'll appreciate him bringing to present the trophy in a French country, in a French club. I don't know if they'll appreciate it. They appreciate Messi, but I don't know if they'll appreciate him. Like they still appreciate him as a player for playing for PSG, of course. But I don't know if they'll appreciate him for playing for Argentina and beating France in the World Cup final. I don't know if they'll appreciate him for that, but they'll appreciate him for being a PSG player and being who he is. I really don't know how it would be. I'm not French, so I don't really mind. That'd be pretty cool if he does show up the trophy, does present the trophy in Paris, but I don't know how it will be for the French fans in Paris. Inter Milan defender Milan Skriniar remains top target for Paris Saint-Germain, and yeah, man, I really need them. Please sign defenders. PSG's defense is poor. Yes, man, our defense is horrible. I mean, I like Ramos, I like Marquinhos. Kimpembe injured and stuff. Kimpembe, even when Kimpembe plays, he's not the strongest. He's not like Marquinhos and Ramos, even though Marquinhos and Ramos not the best. Like Kimpembe is definitely not as good as them either. So I think Milan Skriniar, as I said, he's a solid player. I hope we really get him for sure. Imagine in a 3-back formation, Marquinhos, Skriniar, and Ramos. That would be sick. Mbappe and Kylian and Ethan Mbappe in PSG first team training together for the first time, man. The next Mbappe, if Kylian Mbappe goes to Madrid, we have a backup Mbappe. So no worries. But yeah, pretty sick to see. I honestly, Ethan Mbappe's career has been carried by his brother for sure. If his brother wasn't this good, I doubt he would be this hyped up. And I'm also the same thing here. I really hope that Ethan Mbappe, he's a great player for the youth team. There's some really good clips of him online. I just saw recently as well. They did the 1-2 outside the box for Ethan Mbappe. Great goal from Ethan Mbappe for the youth squad of PSG. But what I wanted to say, if he does eventually go to join PSG's main team, I really hope that the media doesn't like change him. And we saw this Xavi Simons overhyped and stuff. Maybe when he saw on social media, he's like, oh, this is too much pressure and stuff, and then started playing bad. He wasn't. I wouldn't say he was overhyped. He's a great player. He is a great player. Of course, when we saw him going to PSV into the Dutch league, he's been doing really good this year in the start of the season. But I'm not gonna call him overrated. Maybe overhyped, but not overrated for sure. Definitely not overrated. Maybe a bit overhyped. And same thing here. I hope he doesn't get overrated. I don't think, like, I hope he doesn't get overhyped as well. Like I really hope the media doesn't affect like his like how he's gonna be playing as a player. Like I don't know. What we saw this with Xavi Simons is like he got all the pressure. I hope the media doesn't pressure him, makes him too overhyped and overrated, and it makes him play bad. Guys, we have to appreciate, guys. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Messi, 4 goals in the 6 goals in the league on last season." Overall, for PSG, like this season for Argentina as well, 51 games, 35 goals, and 30 assists for the GOAT. What a player, Lionel Messi. I think he still does he's still doing his role. He's still playing that goal assist ratio for sure. Lionel Messi will extend his contract at PSG until 2024. Bang. And I think there's an option, I think until 2024 with an option to extend until 2025. So kind of like Mbappe. He signed until 2024, option to extend until 2025. So great. The GOAT is staying 1 more year. I might be going to Paris next summer as well. So if the GOAT does extend, I will hopefully I can see the GOAT at a PSG game if I do go to one. PSG would like to compete with Liverpool for the transfer of Enzo Fernandez. The Argentine star is also wanted by other European clubs like Liverpool, Chelsea, and Real Madrid for sure. I mean, I said online, there's this YouTuber, this streamer I watched, like this Football Hub, like they talk about Have Hope Football Hub. I told you about him as well. Yeah, here, see? Have Hope HH. So yeah, I told you about him. They talk about they just talk about football and stuff. It's like a group of them. And today they were talking about, oh, where does Enzo Fernandez go? So one of them mentioned, oh, and there's rumors of PSG wanting Enzo Fernandez. I commented like, oh, PSG. I'm a PSG fan, and I think I want Enzo Fernandez at the club. And then there was like a person who said, man, don't you already have a lot of midfielders at PSG? And yes, we have a lot of midfielders. We got Fabian Ruiz. We got 3 midfielders this past summer, or 4 you can say. Vitinha, Fabian Ruiz, Luis what's his name? Carlos Soler and Renato Sanchez. Fabian Ruiz, he's doing really good. Carlos Soler, not bad. I think he's more of a rotational midfielder for us. I love Vitinha, but I think he's still a bit too young. Like he doesn't start every match for us, so he's kind of a rotational player as well. Renato Sanchez is a bit of a fraud. So basically, the only like good midfielder, in my opinion, as a PSG fan, that we got Fabian Ruiz. So I think Enzo Fernandez, I think he's gonna be starting ahead. Imagine Enzo Fernandez and Verratti and Renato Sanchez in that midfield would be crazy. Or Fabian Ruiz in that midfield would be crazy. I love Fabian Ruiz for sure. He's been he's been killing it for us the past few games. So yeah, here Didier Deschamps looks like likely to remain in charge of France for Euro 2024, which could lead to Zinedine Zidane to look elsewhere. Zizou is not interested in PSG or Premier League clubs, but the Juventus project could attract him. Of course, he played at Juventus back in the days as well, before his Madrid days, I believe. Um, Going back to Juventus, I think the whole Juventus board is also back down. I think we have that somewhere as well. We'll get to that soon. But yeah, I think him to Juventus could really be huge. Imagine Juventus, the comeback is real. The comeback is real. But yeah, I think Paolo Nedved, I think like the whole board for Juventus has like backed out of the club. So Juventus could be in trouble. I think Zidane should be the hero to save them. But on a term of international coaching for Zidane, yeah, as I said, Didier Deschamps, no good relationship with France. But if Zidane goes to France to coach France, for sure we're gonna see Benzema back from retirement and joining the French national team. Former PSG and Juventus midfielder, plus Madrid, yeah, Madrid, na 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 na, Madrid, plus Madrid, yeah. You already know. Ramène la coupe à la maison, allez le bleu, allez. You already know the French national song. Blaise Matuidi, unfortunately, has retired. What a player he was. Historic French player, of course, crucial player in that French World Cup in 2018. But yeah, thank you, Matuidi. What a player he was back in the days with Cavani, with Ibrahimovic. Great player, great player. PSG are not interested in signing João Felix from Atletico de Madrid this coming January, but they will reconsider their stance in the summer. And this is where I said I wouldn't really. I don't know how we're gonna fit Felix in, but if we somehow get him in the club, a 4-2-2, Felix, Neymar, or maybe Mbappe, or maybe like Mbappe, Felix up top, Neymar, Messi in the cams, Verratti and Renato Sanchez in the midfields, in the defensive in the 4-2-2, Renato and Verratti in the CDM roles. But for now, I wouldn't see Felix coming. I think the best place for Felix right now, Chelsea. I don't see him at Chelsea. I really don't see him at Chelsea. They already got Nkunku. The thing with Chelsea is like he can't really play in that striker formation as well. He needs to play in that cam center forward number 9 type role, not a striker, not a pure striker role. So I think if Chelsea were to get him, they're most likely gonna use him in that pure striker role. But I don't think that's his play style. So Chelsea probably not. I could see maybe United. I think United is his best. I think his best option is probably United. Now that United didn't get Gakpo either, I think a loan. I think they're trying to get a loan for 8 million. But as I said, United, they try to go buy something, their credit card declines. I think even when they try to go make a 6 million offered loan from Atletico de Madrid to United, I don't even think they can pay 6 million. I saw something like that. Man, United are just broke. But I think for Felix, I think his future, Chelsea. I think United is the best fit for him, then Chelsea, and then maybe PSG. The reason I put PSG last is because maybe a bit of bias that I don't want him at PSG either. I wouldn't. We don't need him at PSG more than I would like him. Like I wouldn't mind him. He's a great player, but we don't need him. Real Madrid will go for Kylian Mbappe only on one condition: if the player tells PSG he wants to leave and forces it. I mean, last summer it looked like he tried to kind of forces it and wanted to leave to Madrid, but at the end, on the last day, he still declined. So the Sega, man, I swear the Sega continues on. Karim Benzema could decide to return if Didier Deschamps was replaced by Zinedine Zidane. So as I said, I really don't know what's wrong, man. Yeah, the relationship. Even here, like Antoine Griezmann and Hugo Lloris were happy when Karim Benzema left the French national squad, the France squad, due to injury. They never accepted his return in the first place because their leadership status within the group. And I mean, why do they have to be the best players? Just they're French. They're all the same country and stuff. They should have the I don't know. They should have that like the good relationship, the good French relationship. I mean, he's from Lyon. He's not from Paris. I mean, where's Griezmann from? Macron. I really don't know what it is with Benzema, with the French national and the French squad and stuff, like Lloris, Didier Deschamps, Griezmann. I think he would really make the team. Like he's a good player. So for the French national team, um, I really don't know what it is, but they don't want him. Barcelona are aiming to sign a pre-contract with N'Golo Kante in January. So N'Golo Kante has not been offered a renewal from Chelsea, and if he does not get an offer or doesn't even accept an offer, he will be a free agent next summer. And it looks like Barcelona. I mean, to Barcelona, that'd be pretty sick. That would be pretty sick. I would love Conte. Imagine Conte, Verratti. Oh my, I would love him at PSG. I love any midfielder. Enzo Fernandez, N'Golo Conte, bring him into PSG. But yeah, I think the best for Conte, go to a new league. I think Barcelona, he wouldn't be that bad there. The only problem I see within Conte going to Barcelona is, man, Busquets. When Frank Kessie was here, I was like, finally, man, Busquets. When Frank Kessie went to Barcelona, I was like, finally, man, Busquets is gone, and Kessie will finally help that midfield. And Kessie is such a good player from AC Milan. But then I went after the games, after we're like midway through the season, I'm like, why is Busquets still playing? Why is Frank Kessie on the bench? I'm like, if this happens again, if Busquets continues to start over Frank Kessie, and if they get Conte and Busquets is still signing over Conte, there is something wrong. There is something wrong. I don't even know how Busquets is in the starting 11, even like on the bench. I don't know how he's even how he should even be on the bench, man. He's just so slow and stuff. He is a legend, but man, they should start to get rid of him. Here are the details for the new format of the 2026 World Cup. Holy, 48 teams, 16 European ones, 16 host cities, 12 groups of 4, top 2 qualify plus 8 best third place teams. If top 2 qualify from 48 teams, that leaves them with 24. With the 8 of the best third place teams in the groups, which then goes to the knockout round of 32, so 1,604 games. So right now I think it's 64 games. So you're adding you're adding 40 more games to the World Cup. Man, these players, man, they're killing these players, man. They are killing these players. Not just club football. You got these you got these Copa America. You got these international friendlies, and then you got this more like World Cup games. Oh my, they're actually trying to kill these players, man. Man, they are trying to kill these players. If this, yeah, this is 2026, man. This is not going to be a good. I really missed out on the Qatar World Cup. Yeah, Martinelli, as I said, great performance for Arsenal on Monday yesterday. Gabriel Martinelli has renewed his contract with Arsenal until 2027. Brilliance there. Florentino Perez has never closed the door on Mbappe. The Madrid president wants to sign him sooner or later. And it's really up to Mbappe. It's really, if Madrid want to sign him, it's now up to Mbappe. Do Mbappe want to sign him? Yeah, over here we talked about this last time as well. With Emi Martinez, is he going to be going to Bayern Munich? Bayern Munich are showing an interest in Argentina's World Cup hero Emilio Martinez as they search for a replacement for the injured Manuel Neuer. I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully, Bayern do not get a new goalkeeper, and the reason is that PSG have we are playing Bayern in the first knockout round. In the round of 16 of the Champions League. So hopefully, if they don't get a backup keeper, they could be a bit screwed. So that would be pretty nice. Mateus Cunha completing a deal, a loan with Atletico de Madrid. I mean, Mateus Cunha. I mean, he's pretty good for. I mean, I don't know. He is pretty good, but going to Wolves, man. The Wolves, they're like 19th, man. They literally like not. I think they're in relegation right now. He's going to a relegation club. I mean, him, like, I know, like, they're currently not in the best. They're 18th. They're currently not in the best position. But for Wolves as a team, I don't think that's bad. I think I'd like to see Cunha and Mateus Cunha and what's his name? And Gonzalo Guedes, the Portuguese. I think that'd be a pretty sick, a pretty sick dual partnership in the attack. Cristiano Ronaldo is still considering his options and waiting for European clubs while weighing up Al Nassr's huge offer. A decision to be made soon. Saudi club are pushing. Oh, shoot. Dude, what was that? But I think I know which one that was. So it was like, I think it was Cristiano Ronaldo is rumored to sign a 7-year contract until 2030. That's gonna be quite crazy. I think it's 2 years of him playing, and then he's gonna be like ambassador at the club. Still quite crazy. Yeah, here's the news going back to PSG. Mbappe and Hakimi will not play against Châteauroux in the French club, so he might play on Wednesday. They will follow a special week after the games against Strasbourg and Lens. So we have a game this tomorrow, and then we have one on Saturday or on Monday on Sunday, on the new year, on the new day of the new year. And then after that, they're gonna be going through a recovery during the French Cup, and then hopefully during the French Cup, we also use some players like Gabri, Vitinha, Hugo Ekitike. Daley Blind's contract has been terminated. He leaves Ajax and still available for a club. Honestly, Liverpool, go ahead, sign him. I think he in the World Cup, guys. In the World Cup, Daley Blind for Netherlands, he was actually some really good. So I don't know why they really I don't know why they terminated his contract. I mean, Daley Blind age. What's his age? 32 years old. I mean, maybe go to Liverpool. I think Liverpool would gladly like to sign him. Any club, if I was a club, I would sign him for sure. 32 years old, was pretty good, pretty solid at the World Cup for Netherlands. And he's free as well, so I would go ahead and sign him. Chelsea, Arsenal, and Atletico de Madrid are all interested in Alexis McAllister. A deal may be difficult in January. A summer transfer is more likely. So yeah, McAllister, great player as well. Great, yeah. As I said, we mentioned him before as well. Gakpo, Jude, Gvardiol, Emi, Enzo, McAllister, and for Amrabat's case, there was rumors. I think he was gonna go to Chelsea and stuff, but I don't think he's that player for Chelsea. I don't think he is that player for Chelsea. You get what I mean? I don't quite think it. I think like I don't know if he's not that good on the ball. His physicality is not that great either. Yeah, as we said over here, Marcus Rashford, great performance today. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's gonna be that next Rooney. Marcus Rashford completely changed under Erik ten Hag. Fantastic numbers and clear improvement. Contract has been extended until 2024, but Manchester United will meet his agent for a long-term deal soon. Ten Hag obsessed with Marcus Rashford as a key part of the project. Now, if I was Rashford, I don't know if I would like to sign a long-term contract with the club. At least not quite yet. I wouldn't do that quite yet. I think he could definitely go outside of the club. If United continue to not qualify for the UCL this season and maybe next season as well, he should definitely not sign that long-term contract. Otherwise, his career is screwed. If he goes to PSG, to Madrid, to Juventus even, I could probably see him at Juventus. Like, he's probably going to have a better career than if he stays at Madrid or at United. Newcastle have made Chelsea midfielder Jorginho their prime target in the January transfer window as his talks over a new deal stall. The 31-year-old international is out of contract in the summer. So pretty sick. Yeah, as I said, Newcastle, they looks like they're killing it with the team. And Jorginho, if he goes to the club, that would honestly be pretty sick. They got Bruno Guimaraes as well, so that would actually be a really nice midfield. He's overrated for sure, but he's not that bad either. I think for Newcastle, he's a brilliant signing. Guys, that's going to end off the podcast. If you enjoyed today's podcast, we had quite a long podcast, mainly talking about the news. That's going to end it off. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Next episode will probably be, I think, on Sunday. Yeah, we might do it on Sunday. We might do the next podcast episode on Sunday. Yeah, so we might do the next episode after Sunday. On Sunday. We wait for some of the first games from the leagues to start up. The league on. I'm just checking when the games are. So we got like tomorrow, of course, PSG. We got some League One games. And we got some La Liga games that start the first game after the World Cup of the La Liga games. A bit more Premier League games on Saturday. A bit more on Sunday as well, with another PSG game on Sunday. So yeah, I think Sunday will be the next episode. We got some more league games to talk about. But yeah, for now, yeah. So if Sunday is the next episode, I just want to wish you guys a happy New Year's. Hope you guys are also having a blessed holidays as well. I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas just 2 days ago as well. I hope you guys are having the blessed holidays, happy holidays. Yeah, 2022, it is over. Thank you so much for the support on the podcast. I mean, to go back to the podcast, 26 subscribers on the podcast. Thank you so much for the support. I like making these podcasts. I mean, 34 views on the last one, 22, 27. So thank you so much for the support. I'm hoping we can maybe get some more collaborations. Not just with Gareth, but with some new people as well. Not just with my friends as well. I want to get some online people as well. So that would be pretty sick. But yeah, for now, hopefully you guys have a great New Year's. And I'll see you guys in 2023. Stay happy, stay safe. I'll see you in 2023, and I'll see you later. See you in the next year. Have a blessed holidays. Have a blessed New Year's celebration. But yeah, peace. I'll see you later.